Alright guys, Hutchcraft back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. Welcome back to Valorant News. And 100 Thieves dropped down to the losers bracket of the last chance qualifier to play none other than Sentinels in just a few days' time. FaZe, though, after completing a massive comeback against them, roasting 100 Thieves a fair bit on the timeline for their lack of composure. And what mistakes did they make that caused this to happen on the Ascent? Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always. I'd greatly appreciate it. It really helps out the channel. Thank you very much indeed for doing that one. Angel says this. See you guys in September. He's taking some time off to prepare for Champions, of course, from FPX. Use this tweet as a lot of threads when Sentinels win LCQ. We'll see about that. The first team, though, from the round of LCQs to be confirmed to go to Champions is none other than Boom Esports, as we looked at yesterday. Indonesian team from the APAC, a last chance qualifier. They have qualified for Champions. They took down Onyx in the end 3-1 in the grand finals there, clutching up 13-11 on Icebox to close out this match and the tournament race. The two Indonesian teams going at it, but it's Boom Esports that eventually come out on top, so we'll see them at the World Championship. That's, of course, really exciting stuff for that region. The other LCQs going on, this is South America. Two teams qualify here. Crew Esports, of course, are here as well. Loud qualified from the Brazilian side, automatically based on their performance earlier on. But yeah, Crew Esports, they're through. Vivo Keyed, or Keyed Stars, of course. Fury are through. We've already got NIP, though, in Fusion in lower round one. So that's going to be a banger game for the very start of the losers bracket. And this is the European side, the EMEA region, which started yesterday and continues today. OG London United took down G2 2-0. That's a big scalp for them to take. And then M3C 2-1 Ascends, the kind of new Ascends team with Link in the team. So that's pretty big. That creates a great upper semi-finals. Today we have Liquid versus BBL and also Guild versus Na'Vi. But the first round of losers is G2 Ascend. One of these guys will go out straight away, and only one team of all of these makes it through to Champions, right? That's crazy. But that's a mind-blowing losers round one match, right? And even having M3C Ascends kind of a first round match of the LCQ is a crazy thing to think about as well, right? So we'll see how that gets on. But as Redgar says, 2-1 versus Ascend, GG's first game of the LCQ, so they're continuing to make a run. Now officially free agents, no longer a part of Gambit, but other organizations most certainly are interested. Let's talk about the North American side. Thought this is kind of crazy as well. This was the first series of the day, Evil Geniuses versus NRG. Look at this, right? I believe, does that say 3.89 or 3.99? Not exactly, I think that's probably an 8, right? But Com tries to get the bomb down and misses it by fractions of a second. It's unbelievable. But yes, NRG did come out this series and deliver the goods. I expected them to. Evil Geniuses, good team, but NRG just seemed to be, like, there's only a few teams in North America that play the game at, like, a different level to some of the other teams. Some teams are just, okay, trying to frag out and just get the kills. Obviously, some teams have evolved past that. NRG, I do think, are one of them, and they did just play sound at Valorant yesterday. They win game 1 here on the binds. They take game 2 as well in a tight overtime match, and in the end, it's 14 versus, well, 14 to 12, and Tex goes big at the end of the day to get the kills required. The spike goes down, Tex gets all the kills, and that is going to be job done. They don't quite have enough time to get it down. Well, okay, he does plant it, but that's it for Ethan. Secures the final kill, and Evil Geniuses are out of the LCQ at the first round of asking, and as Hayes says, 2-0 versus EG. Forum Goblins keyboards suddenly stopped working, saying that, okay, all these guys that have talked trash online are now no longer talking trash because Hayes delivers the goods. I did actually kind of back NRG to make quite a losers run, so we'll see if they can continue that as time progresses. Pretty sure their next losers opponent has yet to be confirmed. But as Ethan says, GG's 2-0 versus Evil Geniuses. Gotta play better individually to make these easier. We could potentially get a rematch between NRG and 100 Thieves down the line. Like, that's kind of how I predicted my bracket to go. Might not happen though, of course, because Sentinels will play 100 Thieves next after the series we shall see here in just a second. This is how it went. NRG took down Evil Geniuses 2-0. And yeah, Hayes top fragging, or at least top ACSing, 42 frags. Som, EU, Tex, and Ethan, like, they do kind of have a stacked team. Evil Genius is also a good squad, but yeah, they're out of their difficult series of Reformed as well. So I do wonder, out of these players, like, there are a few names here on the EG squad, Jorgamo especially, that might well be a feature of franchise teams or partner teams next season, but probably not as the part of the Evil Geniuses organization. But they still might get through to partnership, I suppose. They certainly have had conversations, but their team hasn't delivered the results. Let's talk 100 Thieves FaZe. What a series this was, right? I was expecting this to be a good one. I was expecting a 2-1 to FaZe. That's what happened. But I mean, honestly, 100 Thieves will look at this thing and they should have won it for sure. For some reason, Superman, whenever he's in an LCQ, is just absolute god mode. Like, we saw this time last year, right, when Rise, like, they almost won the LCQ last season. Now he's kind of still on Rise. Well, okay, a fair few of the Rise guys went to FaZe, but like, Superman just went absolutely different level to close out this game. He was just out of control here. I mean, look at the crisp shots he hits right here. I mean, 1, 2, he gets the final 2 kills as well with the Vandal. Like, yeah, Superman at LCQ is just a new level, and this is what FaZe have on offer, right? They might not have the greatest team play or strategies or whatever, but they have just so much talent that they can make up for it at times. Fair play to 100 Thieves that they bounced back pretty impressively on the Breeze, tying up the series, taking it to a Game 3, and this Game 3 goes all the way down to the wire, but 100 Thieves will for sure think they should have closed this one out. They had a 9-3 edge at the half. That, of course, look, we know about the 9-3 curse, we know what can happen sometimes, and there certainly has been history of the 9-3 curse in the past between these two organizations the other way around. This time, though, it's FaZe that get the job done, but look at these kills from, honestly, Baby Bay just turned up huge. That was disgusting for Baby Bay. I'll have to put this on the big screen for you guys just because it was so good to watch yet again. Shanks is, of course, watch partying, but this is in the pistol rounds. Such a big one to win, to get the momentum back right for FaZe to try and hope this round works out. That shot on Asa was insane at 1, 2, 3, and he does the trademark look at the ground real quick. Like, yeah, that was just disgusting on the Jet. And yes, FaZe didn't get many offensive rounds, but 100 Thieves would not get a single one. To take a 9-3 lead into the final, well, half of the final map of the series. And of course, if they won this map right, they get top 3 guaranteed at the tournament. They would play the Guards next, a winnable game, and they'd be through to the final. So this was it, really, for 100 Thieves to close out this game. But FaZe wins so many rounds in a row. Baby Bay continues to deliver, right? Superman turned up the majority of the series. Dicey was good as well. The entire team was good. But Baby Bay on the second half of this ascent was just next level. He was getting all the kills. When he gets 3, gets 4 as well to close out the game. And yeah, was delivering the goods on the Jet for sure. And there were no duelists on the other side. And that was kind of a key point that many were mentioning, as that, well, the 9-3 curse comes in 10 rounds in a row on the defensive side. Not one single offensive round won by 100 Thieves when the pressure was on that offensive side. And you'd have thought they had some ideas up their sleeves, but nothing worked out. The individuals popped off. The defense held strong every single round. And as Dicey says, needed a knob, let's go. And as Derek goes, embarrassing way to lose that game. It is what it is, right? So yes, they can still make the losers bracket run 100 Thieves. It does set up probably the best storyline ever in the losers bracket. We'll see here in a second. But again, 100 T will be ruining that's defeat, there is no doubt. And even Flair kind of rubbing salt in the wounds, saying, well, 9-3 curse hurts right at 100 Thieves because that's happened to them in the past. And yeah, saying, well, now we get to do it back to you. Now, this was kind of one of the big talking points here, actually, because Slow is Cool actually says there's a Slow over at Knight. He's an analyst for Knights, at least, mentioning the trends that some teams have taken towards not running a duelist, right? Not running a Raze or a Jet or anything like that. Now, look, Chamber's not really a duelist. Sometimes he can act in that way, but there has kind of been a trend in the meta of not using a duelist on certain maps. Now, on a sense, like, well, teams like FaZe still do it. Jet, of course, well, Baby Bay was on the Jet to obviously great effect, 27 in 13. Now, he mentioned actually back in the 19th of July that teams like FPX and PaperX, they are using Raze, they are using Jet on Ascent to great effect. And he reckons that running no duelist is not a good way to go. Now, Stella and 100 Thieves are not necessarily convinced when he says Genius Take definitely was the issue. So obviously, tongue-in-cheek, saying, okay, yeah, you have no idea what you're talking about. Even tweets this outright, saying you are completely clueless about why we lost that game. But I thought it was something interesting to look at, right? That, of course, that there was no duelist, really. It was a setup of KO, Fade, Omen, Chamber, and Sage. And they didn't really have, like, a tip of the spear, like, you know, they can actually go in and break into sites. That FaZe, of course, only got 3 rounds. But yeah, losing 10 in a row on their offensive side is not going to be a pretty one for 100 Thieves. These are the final series stat lines. Haven, of course, goes 13-6 for FaZe, as we saw, 13-8 for Breeze, and then 13-9 for FaZe on the final map of the series. And yes, Baby Bay turned up huge. Superman, Dicey, all these guys came to play. Asuna, Derek did their best. It wasn't going to happen, though. And what this sets up is a Sentinels versus 100 Thieves match in the losers bracket. I'll share Zelta's thoughts on this, actually, because Zelta says that 100 Thieves are going to be an easy walk in the park. In fairness, Zelta's kind of saying this to whoever they play. He said that up against the Guard and they lost. But yeah, he does believe this game could be easy. The losers bracket run could be gifted to them. But I mean, honestly, 100 Thieves playing like this and their offensive side not looking so good, Sentinels have a chance.
Obviously, hindsight 2020, but
the TP shall die. That's
good.
Wow.
Oh my god, he almost got him.
Always trying to keep things back.
Bro, this is nuts. Actually gonna pull it off, I think.
Out of hand, Dicey gets spammed through.
Wait, it's not done.
Fire and Poise trying to keep back 100 Thieves. Bang and Will. They're not going for the spike, man. I don't feel like they can.
Wait,
because of
what?
being controlled.
What just happened?
What?
Hey.
Fuck.
Well,
Oh no.
fuck, I'm actually.
Wow. 0 rounds on T side.
Right out of 100 Thieves' hands.
Wow.
Damn.
A 9.
I did not expect them to bring that back. I'm not gonna lie at all.
Real.
Me too.
Ascent attack is just so hard. I don't know.
Damn.
Energy was that?
So 100 Thieves versus Sentinels, huh?
It's about to be the freest lower bracket run of my life.
God damn.
Fucker King.
We do not care over here. We're gonna win. We do not care.
So these are the top statistics of the day as Willminder puts together right here. So Baby Bay, the 1.47 rating, Hazed and Som with great ratings as well. Asuna tried his best, wasn't to be in the series, and then Dual Gamer even getting mentioned here as well, as you might well expect. So yes, that is the first weekends of the North American LCQ done. These are the results so far. 2 teams, of course, are gone. Shopify Rebellion and Evil Geniuses, they're out of there. We do have our upper finals confirmed. The Guard and FaZe are guaranteed top 3 at this tournament. The winner, and if they win the grand finals, can of course win the entire thing. I would still say FaZe right now are favourites for this entire thing, but that's going to be a banger series. Only one of these teams from the losers bracket will get top 3. Of course, they play each other soon, but 100 Thieves versus Sentinels, what a banger matchup that is in the lower bracket, right? So this continues on the 11th, right, in just a few days' time on the Thursday. 100 T Sentinels, Cloud9 versus NRG, and then the Guard FaZe in the upper side. So we shall talk about predictions, all this type of stuff in the coming days. But again, what a bracket this is shaping up to be. Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new as always. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.